Right, carrying on from our food that we've prepared, cooked, which is the ox cheek, the beef liver and the beef tripe. We've now ground all that up through the mincer to create a nice dry mix. You can see when I say dry, I mean we drain all the fat as much as we can off once it's cooked and leave it to cool down before we run it through the mincer, and that's what we're left with. And now we're going to cook in all the pasta, basically a 1-to-1 ratio, so a kilo of meat to a kilo of pasta. But what we've found over the years, it's really worthwhile spending the time cleaning the pasta to get as much starch as you can off of it, because starch is very sticky, as probably you know. Running through the mincer, it's not very good. It really does bind it up. And also we find, because we don't put no preservatives into our mix, when you leave the starch in the mix with unwashed pasta, it does tend to turn a lot faster. Once you've sieved that out and clean the pasta, just put it in a container. Make sure that before you do the mix, which we'll show you in a moment, that the pasta is absolutely cold, because again, with it being warm, the starch still plays a part and it becomes pretty much like glue. So we'll show you the mix in a moment. Another ingredient that we'll show you here with the food is seaweed. And I'll just close up on the label. If anyone can read, there it contains a wide range of naturally balanced minerals, trace elements, amino acid and vitamins. Now this, as you can read by the label, is organic seaweed, and it says 100% Irish. That means it's from the Atlantic Ocean. For those who have been anywhere near the Atlantic knows that it's crystal clear water, so that just goes to show you the level of contaminants in it, which is pretty low. Very clean water, so very clean seaweed. I'll just scoop a bit here so you can see what it is. It's basically like tea leaves. It's already ground up for you. This goes into the mix. You can put it in as you feel. It's pretty much like putting a bit of salt and pepper on your meal, but just put a nice big scoop in with the mix, which we'll show you in just a moment. Okay, now we're all prepared. We've got the meat minced, we've got the cooked pasta, we've got the vegetables, and we've got our seaweed. So I said about a 1-on-1 mix, so 1 kilo of pasta to a kilo of meat. Don't forget, pasta's a lot fluffy and hollow here, so 2 of those in our case equals 1 of those of meat, which is a 1-on-1. I'll just show you a small mix. Now we've got our vegetables. It's up to you how many vegetables you put in, but it's all chopped vegetables. We've got green beans, peas, carrots, sweet corn. You can put in pretty much whatever you wish. Seaweed, as I so, just sprinkle over, and that's about it. Give the mix a nice stir. We used to feed our Chihuahuas the mix like this, but as you can appreciate, they pick out all the meat, leave the pasta and the vegetables, and maybe have a little nibble later on. So this is what we do now, is to mix it all up through the mincer. Run that through. turn that off to show you. And here we have the finished mix, which is minced, obviously, meat, vegetables, seaweed and pasta, and that mixes up to just about the best Chihuahua food you can buy. 100% natural, 100% fresh, no additives apart from the seaweed, which, as you can see by the earlier video on the label, it's 100% organic. Give it a go, your Chihuahuas will love it.